Hello. Okay, so let's see how we can use the test version of the Juremy web plugin in Trados. So this is Trados 2021 and we have a document here. Let's open it. Okay, so this is the Trados bilingual view. This is a document from English to German. So the first thing we should do is to add the Juremy panel. We can find how to do that in the View ribbon and click juremy.com browser. We only have to do this once, and then Trados will remember that we have that panel open. By default, the panel opens down here, but actually it's quite handy. We can drag this bar and move it to the side. Like if you drop it on this right arrow, then this panel docks to the right, which is maybe more ergonomic. Okay, so the web plugin is actually displaying Juremy as a website inside Trados, but it has some customizations to make it more streamlined and integrated. So the first thing we need to do is to log in, like with your credentials. Okay, and once you're logged in, then you will notice that the header bar that's usually at the top will move to the bottom, so it doesn't take screen estate there. Okay, and now that we are logged in, we can start using. So what we can do, there's a manual search mode and an automatic search mode. Let me show the manual mode first. Let's click in an empty target site paragraph, and if we right click and from the context menu find search juremy.com, we can click it, and then it automatically triggers a search. Like you can see that it sets the language pair automatically from the document settings. And you can see term extraction results, which is similar to like term-based lookup. Or of course, if there are matches from documents like exact or fuzzy matches, then you would get those displayed as well. Okay, so for this segment, we get some fuzzy match. Here we can see the part that is matching exactly, and we can also see the differences. So let's say that we like this segment, we want to use it. So what we can do, if we triggered the search like from a target site segment, and the cursor you can see is still standing there, then we can just highlight some text, any text. It can be part of a paragraph or full paragraph, and can click the Insert Selection to Target button. And then the text gets inserted. Actually, this is just a shorthand. You can always do it yourself by selecting some text and choosing Copy from the context menu, going to that paragraph or to the right location and paste it. But this button is just for convenience when you want to take a paragraph wholesale as it is. Okay, this is one kind of search mode, searching for the entire source segment when you are triggering the search from the target segment. What you can also do is, for example, you can look up a specific phrase by highlighting it and then triggering search juremy.com. So you can see here that it triggers on that specific phrase, and well, you get the results. And now if you want to copy something back, then the option is the copy context menu, like copy paste, and then you can keep editing it. Okay, and then other quite or hopefully interesting feature is that you can not only search from the source side, but you can also search from the target side. So if you make a highlight here on the target side and click search juremy.com, then it will make a reverse search from the target to the source language, and you can see that it automatically changed the direction of the search. So that can be useful to verify your translation, or if you are doing a review. Okay, so one more way to ease triggering the manual search is by assigning a shortcut to it. You can see there's no shortcut currently, but you can go to File, Options, keyboard shortcuts, Juremy Web plugin. We are already there. Normally you would have to find it a bit, and then click here and let's assign some shortcut. Okay, and now if I highlight something and just press Alt-J, then it triggers. You can see that the shortcut was set. Okay, so that's great if you want to trigger search manually, but what you might just want to do is let Juremy automatically search. So you can tick the auto search button, and then if you click in a target segment, then the search automatically triggers. It can find terms, it can give you fuzzy matches, sometimes, if you're lucky, yeah, we even get exact phrase matches if there are takeovers from prior legislation or core documents. So actually, you can just take this over as is and be happy about it. Yeah. Okay, so the automatic search triggers for the full source segment. If you just click there, it also triggers on shorter phrases if you highlight them, or similarly you can highlight on the target side and then it does the reverse search. Okay, so now we see how we can use it automatically. Another thing is, if you don't have much screen estate or have quite some panels open already, then you might want to spare some space. So then you can unpin this panel by clicking on the small pin, sometimes twice. Okay, and if it's horizontal, then it means that this panel is unpinned. If I move the mouse out of it, then it disappears. But if I hover the mouse on it, then it appears again. Okay. But it's not very useful if you don't see the results. So we have this unhide on results button or checkbox ticked by default. And what it does is, if you make a search, or actually if you have auto search on, you just go to a paragraph, then it will open if there are results. And in auto search mode, how it works, it only opens if there's concordance result, like exact phrase, stamped, fuzzy, or so on. If you only have IATE result or term extraction, then it doesn't by default open. Yeah, the trick, when it opens, then it only stays open for a few seconds. So if you want it to stay open, you have to move the mouse over there. Let me demonstrate what happens if you're not quick enough. Maybe we will have some result here, and oh, it's gone. Okay, well, yeah, that's the trade-off. But what you can actually do, you can pull it more to the left, and then when it opens, it's actually already under the mouse, so it won't go back at all. Gives you opportunity to take over some nice matches. Yeah. Okay. So this was the unhide on the results checkbox together with the unpinning. So let's pin it back now. You can also remove this panel to make it a floating panel and can freely place it on your desktop. The downside of this is that it will always stay on top, so it can be a bit obstructive. Yeah. Okay, so let's move it back to the right. Okay, so some other feature you can do, you see that compared to the normal browser view, the query parameter portion is compacted by default, but you can click the toggle query box button and then you can make adjustments as usual. I don't want to spell check it, thank you. Now it's stuck in spell check mode. Yeah, you get the fuzzy matches, or you can, of course, look for other languages. Yeah, so all the usual goodies. You can set topic filters. I prefer to see it's from European Union. Yeah. Okay, I guess that should cover most of the functionality. For testing, you can trigger the debug log view. There's nothing too interesting in there, and it's only there that if you find something odd, you can check, but hopefully won't be needed. And if the browser component gets stuck, I never saw it stuck, but you can never know, then you can use the reset to juremy.com button to navigate back to the start. So yeah. Okay, I guess this concludes the tutorial. You can make settings adjustments using the side panels as usual. Like if you're not interested in legislation, you can remove it. Oh yeah, not for the fuzzy match, because the fuzzy match always brings you result as kind of a last resort. But for exact or stem phrase, you can make such adjustments. Okay. So enjoy using the Juremy plugin. We are interested in your feedback and enjoy the productivity. Goodbye.